But you show me my true identity. I belong to you and the world will see.
I see the truth, and I found a new life.
We are One Among Many. We're an indie rock band with a little bit of soul, based out of the Texas area. We've been playing together as a band for about 2 years, playing anywhere from camps to coffee shops, just anywhere we can really play music. As a band, we really have varied musical influences growing up as individuals, and as we play together more, we realize that our sounds really complement, and they come together really to create something really interesting.
Through this time, we'd written some songs that we felt captured who we were and what our sound was as a band. So we started down the road of recording our first album. We spent some time recording a 5-song EP that is a great snapshot of the band and our style. These songs we chose are based on our stories and our own experiences then. And I think a lot of personality shines through that because of it. There's an overarching theme of hope that runs through the album. We wanted the songs to be more than that. We wanted them to make a difference to those who hear it.
Every song on this album is actually inspired by a life experience we've been through or a friend of ours has gone through. I remember after hearing each of these stories, it really broke us, and we really felt like these stories needed to be shared because we want the hope that's in these songs to reach those people that feel like they're broken and hurting. We just want them to find some peace. Well, Lonely Road is definitely one of our more folky songs on the album. I remember when I sat down to write the song, it was just really inspired, just acoustic guitar, sit there with this folk groove that felt slightly country but not quite. We want to have this sound that kind of mixed the South, where a lot of us are from, and along with who we were as individuals. So you feel that folk rock feel where as the chorus builds and it gets heavy, it goes from that really folky, fun feel to a straight 4-on-the-4 rock beat.
Come on to the rail. Come on to the rail. Where truth and love are found. You gotta find.
You hear some of the old organ sounds playing in the back that takes me back a few years. The writing process was a ton of fun too, because it was based off a great friend of mine who had been through a point where he's like, dude, I've been doing nothing and I feel like I was going in circles forever. We talked and I went home that day, and this whole concept of walking on a never-ending road the wrong way and you just never knew was the wrong way. It was just for this one guy that just wanted to find something, and it was as simple as him just turning around and seeing what was right behind him his whole life.
I can still remember all those nights.
Waiting is based on an actual experience that was shared with us. We hear so many stories of people wanting to end their life. There'd be reports on the news of so many students committing suicide, and we found it heartbreaking that these kids couldn't find any hope to cling to keep them moving forward. Through this song, we want to share the hope that we hold on to so that maybe someone somewhere would not give up. Musically, it's both one of our quieter songs as well as our most aggressive. Although it's only 4 minutes, I think we packed a lot of emotion into it.
Well, You Are Loved is a song that's really close to us as a band. It's probably been on our repertoire the longest. The song came from a story I got to hear about 2 women who were trafficked in Bombay, one from birth, honestly, and the other from a very young age. And I remember sitting there and hearing them share their story about how one of them went 21 years without a real name for her, and another one who was sold by her own brother. And I'm hearing these things and how they would describe how they felt during this process, and I was just blown away. I had heard about trafficking, I had seen videos about trafficking, but this was my first-hand experience. This was the first time I had met someone who had been through this. I remember when I went home, I really wanted to convey to individuals that were going through similar circumstances that they're not unworthy, that they're not just these numbers, but they're loved. It blew me away to think that there were individuals that were going through life feeling that they were good for nothing, that they were just pieces of meat, honestly, as they would describe themselves. And it broke me. I remember calling Jeanette. I said, I really feel like we need to convey something, convey a song of hope, a song of love to share with these individuals, because they are loved. These individuals are beautifully made and wonderfully made. We felt like it was time for these people to feel like they were also human beings and not just the things that people treated them and mistreated them for.
You are love. You can make whole.
The first project we recorded as a band, we had a few fears going into this. Would our sound really come through? Would who we are as a band and what we want to sound like really be portrayed on this album? But I remember after the process was done, the recording was done, the editing, mastering, and we got that CD on our hand and we played it for the first time. This piece really just came over us because we were so proud. We felt like this really did a great job of showing who we are as a band, what our sound is, and what we're about. One of the biggest perks, though, of all this is getting a chance to play these songs live. Playing live as a band, it's a whole different dynamic for us. I feel like we come alive, we come together. It's a whole new breadth that's brought to us. Every chance we get on stage is a new chance for us to define ourselves. I've noticed that it's one thing to hear us play on CD, but live it's like we just have fun. We love playing music and we love people, and there's nothing greater for us. There's nothing more fun for us to just play these songs and play what's inside of us live for audiences and peoples.